What's up, everybody? I am Gizelle's Fashion Sense, better known as Goonicorn, and welcome back to my channel. Listen, y'all, today we got a lot to talk about because these girls are doing the most, and it is in preparation for next week's episode. But before we get into it, make sure you go ahead, like, share, subscribe, do all of the things. And a special shout out to all of the 100 of y'all that just joined my channel last week. I'm extremely happy to say that, we growing around here. We doing some things. So, welcome and thank you. I like to believe that I am talking to myself over here and nobody is watching, but that last video got 800 and some views, which, and I guess in, YouTube sense, that is nothing, but that is a lot to me because y'all watching and y'all commented. So thanks. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? But anyway, okay, let's go ahead and get into the episode. So the episode starts off with a continuation of last week's episode where Ashley was apparently telling Candiace that her good girlfriend, Deborah, was felt up and grabbed by Chris. Now, we know this not because Ashley said it, but because Gizelle said it in the car. So I don't know if Gizelle was adding 20s on 10s, or if that's actually what Ashley said. The editors seem to have forgot to play that part. I don't know. But that's what Gizelle said about the situation. Now, here's the thing about Deborah, right? I was going to lay off of her. A couple of weeks ago when we was introduced to Deborah, I said, you know what? This girl got extraterrestrial eyes. She looked like she's not even from this planet. So I don't even want to really touch that because I do not need her, sticking out her finger and sending me off to Jupiter somewhere. I don't got time for that. I got business to take care of on this planet. So I was like, I'm going to lay off Deborah. I ain't got time. But now you done stepped into some shit, Deborah. Okay, because now while Candiace may not have a big old artificially inseminated Georgia Portia Peach ass, if he gonna touch a small ass, he just gonna touch this cute petite little ass over here. What the fuck he want with your wide long leg having ass? It's not giving all of that, Deborah. It's not giving that, Deborah. Your eyes is this far apart. Your eyebrows go this way. He don't want that, okay? Y'all gonna lay up off of Chris. I keep telling y'all, we fuck with Chris around here. This is a Chris household. We love Chris around here. Why y'all keep fucking with Chris? Deborah, and we know, and I'm still not even gonna give it to you like I really should give it to you because I know that Ashley, evil ass, is putting you up to this, but I'm gonna tell you right now, sis, this is not how you gonna get on this show. Candiace, whether y'all wanna like it or not, to all the Candiace haters out there, Candiace is the star of this show. And if she's not the star, she is one of the premier faces of this franchise. Y'all gonna have to eat ass and chew glass and just get over it because Candiace is that girl of this franchise. Every season that she has been on, it has been the Candiace show, like her or hate her. And a lot of y'all like to call her a villain. We not even going all down that rabbit hole, okay? I'm not going off into a tangent in that. Back to you, Deborah. Actually, I'm gonna lay up off you, Deborah. Ashley, it's actually your fault because where one roach crawls, another one follows. So anybody that's coming up after you, now I know I got to keep my eye on. I got to keep my eye on them and you. Candice, Ashley, that was just messy and nasty as fuck. I really don't feel like you even believe that shit. I just really do think that you wanted to give Candiace a taste of her own medicine. But the difference between the taste in your medicine and the taste in hers is that yours is true. Michael has grabbed ass. We've seen it. It has been talked about. It has not been disproven in court, but there's a lot of things that have been disproven in court that actually happened. So let's not use the court systems to justify what is right and wrong and what has happened and what has not happened. Yeah, sure, it was dismissed, which I think that's the actual thing. I think it was dismissed. I don't know. I could be wrong. But Ashley, don't sit up here and think that just because the case was dismissed or even he was proven innocent, that Michael is innocent. And you know that because you and Monique allegedly erased the tape of him grabbing that man's ass. But we just gonna let that go. So then the girls disperse. Everybody calls it quits on the burn session because nothing is happening. And Candiace goes and meets Gizelle outside. Gizelle tells her, "Oh, isn't it beautiful outside?" Candiace like, "Girl, it's lovely." Now, explain to me why you feel the way that you felt. She explains, and then Candiace tells her that Candiace is literally trying to explain to her the words that you are using and how in the intent behind it is malicious, and you are trying to create this narrative that my husband is a nasty ass grabber or he is a nasty person where he is like trying to lure women into rooms and talk to them about some stupid shit or whatever. Like you know what you are doing, Gizelle. It's like at this point in the game, it's like, does Gizelle not know what she's doing? Or is Gizelle just good at what she is doing? Like, her character is this person for real. Like, she's blowing things out of proportion and she's making shit up for good TV. I don't know. I don't know, because I do know. Gizelle is just a nasty, trifling, low-down, dirty heifer who likes to stir up mess. And unfortunately, anybody's relationship is disposable at the expense of her check. Like she needs her check, so your relationship comes secondary to her check. Like, girl, my check, your relationship should survive if I pick at it, if it's real. You know, if it ain't real, then girl, you know, I was right all along, Ashley. But so that happens. Candiace cries and then walks out of the and then Candiace, what I do appreciate about Candiace in this scene is that Candiace, although she is crying, she got her triangle Kleenex, and but Candiace has always been a very clear communicator. And y'all can say whatever it is that you want to about Candiace. I do think that she always expresses herself clearly. Now, is some of her messaging lost in all of the sauce of the commotion sometimes? Sure. But what I really appreciate about her in this scene is the fact that she was able to lay down exactly how she felt about everything and cry all at the same time. Because we just got to accept that that is Candiace's way of releasing emotion. She is going to cry, and I'm no longer in the business of trying to police this woman's tears. Go ahead and cry if you need to, but make sure you still let these bitches know what time it is. All right? Moving on. What's next? Okay, Ashley and her lawyer, we don't care. We don't care. We do not care at this point. Now, Ashley, now I'm embarrassed for you. Now, Ashley, I'm embarrassed for you. We are what, like 5, 6, 7 episodes in at this point? Ashley, I'm embarrassed for you. Because this whole time, for 6 seasons straight, I had been under the impression that lies, that this girl was chasing the bag. And I could, me personally, I'm not saying that everybody else can, okay? I'm not saying that everybody else should. But what I am saying is that I was under the impression that this girl was chasing a bag. So everything else that was going on, she could turn a blind eye to. And she could, you know, be like, girl, my man ain't touching no ass. My man ain't sucking no dick. My man ain't doing this, that, and the third. Because at the end, she had an end goal. Now, while I do still think that is the case, she not smart. She not smart. You are letting every hoe and gold digger down in the world. Every girl with a mama like Sheila, you are letting them down. Because, girl, you didn't think in all of these 8 years to do your research, to look over the files, to look over the paperwork, to look at something, or not even just like save something for yourself. Like, you didn't do the paperwork. You gonna let this man, the man with all to gain, all to lose in this situation, you're gonna let him offer you a divorce proposal. No, stupid. No, stupid. And now here's where I lost respect for you. Because I have respect for the whole game. Everybody got to get it how they live, and you getting it how you live. But I just thought you were smarter than that. So now that I know that you are not, now I have to just reprogram the way that I feel about you in my mind, the way that I think about you in my mind. Like, girl, we done lost all respect for you at this point. So, next eight, moving on. Okay, so now we move on into the scene with Mia, Jacqueline, and Charisse. Now, who thought to put these three snooze fests in one scene all together? I don't know. Who thought that that was a great look for the franchise? I don't know. But like, they wasn't talking about nothing. The greatest thing that came out of this scene was Mia telling the girls that they're going to Miami. Great. I will say though that Mia had a confessional where she said that Wendy has an aura about her that is like snobby or something to that effect. And it's just a continuation of Mia lacking self-awareness. Do you know how you look to us? We think that you have a snooty, highfalutin aura about you. The difference between you and the reason that I think that Wendy's aura makes you a little uneasy is that Wendy's aura is authentic. She can back up everything she says and with tangible receipts. You know, she's a degree holder, multiple degree holders. She is a professional. She is successful in the business that she works in. So Wendy can walk it like she talk it. Wendy walk like this because she can back it up. She got a big ego because she can back it up. So I understand why somebody like you would probably be intimidated by a woman like Wendy. Because, you know, when you lay on your back for all your stacks, you can't really walk in a room like somebody like Wendy. You can, but I don't really think that you have mastered that. What you have tried to do was give off this fake air of like transparency in your first season, this fake air of transparency where you was like, oh, I'll lay down all of my surgeries because I'm proud about that. You only proud about it because, girl, we can see it. So you might as well just go ahead and list it, you know? But something about you really does carry the weight of your childhood on your shoulders too. Like, you are still that broken little girl. And I just think that Mia's story would have been more interesting had she come in with that. Had you led with, this is what I've been through and this is the woman that I've become, and you laid it down just a little more authentically, I think the general audience could have vibed with you. Then we could have gelled with you. But it came more so as like, I want to present y'all my sob story because I want sympathy, and I think that that is the only way that I can really achieve love for real. So I don't even know where I just went with this story. I just went off on a whole tangent about Mia. But girl, Mia, you mad because Wendy can walk it like she talk it, and she got a big ego because she can make it up. And you just gonna have to stay mad about it, girl. Get your ass and get glad. Yeah. Okay, so then we move on to a scene with Wendy and Eddie. Also, don't care about this scene. It was not entertaining at all. Eddie is fine. He gonna die fine. He gonna always be fine. That nigga is fine as fuck. God damn, Wendy, did you... God, y'all, first of all, y'all fine as a couple. I don't ever want to diminish Wendy's looks, but I pay attention to Eddie because I'm a homosexual, and I always just like, God damn, melt when this nigga, ooh, let me not say the N-word. I melt when this man enters the screen. It's just like, oh, damn, she ate that with her choice. And then I recently just saw a throwback. If I have time, I'll post the screenshot of the throwback that I saw of Wendy and Eddie. Eddie has always been fine. That man is fine now, and he just gonna always be fine. Just god damn. Anyway, so, but the most interesting thing about this, aside from Eddie's face, is Wendy telling us that she's gonna go to the trip. If you're on a show, obviously you're going to go to the trip. You would pass up a girls trip with people that you don't like for real in real life. We know that. Okay, moving on. So now we're in the scene with Robyn, Gizelle, and Ashley trying on clothes for the Miami trip. Y'all, Gizelle just can't get it right, can she? Gizelle, why would you think to put on clashing patterns? Like, we don't trust you to put on clashing patterns for real. You don't trust you to put on clashing patterns for real. Like, the clothes was color coordinated for you to like just match shit. Like, that's all they made it real simple for you. And for some odd reason, you made it hard on yourself. You just didn't have to do that to you. Like, you didn't have to do extra work. It was right there. It was right there for you. Everything was color coordinated. Like, just stick to, girl, before you go and swim in the ocean, make sure you can doggy paddle in the lake. Okay? Just make sure that you can survive over here in this small, shallow water before you go over here in the deep end. Clashing patterns is not for you, mama. It's not, that's not your lane. That's not where you belong. That's not where you live. Okay? But we're gonna let that go. I do think that dress that Robyn put on was really pretty, and I don't know why she decided not to wear it. Like, girl, that one had 8, mama. That had 8. But anyway, moving on. So then Ashley comes in, and they talk about Michael sucking dick. And Robyn lets us know that she has known about this for years. I don't know if y'all caught this, but Ashley did not seem a bit surprised about Michael sucking dick. She's like a woman who is hearing for the first time where there's like some actual validity to her husband sucking dick from one of her good friends. You would just think that there's something wrong with that. And then you got Robyn in the confessional, and this is why Juan don't want to be on camera, because y'all keep trying to insinuate that this man is letting Michael suck his dick, and y'all gonna stop that. Now, Robyn, you just stop that shit, Robyn or Gizelle. Anyway, so yeah. Ashley know what time it is. Ashley know her man like a cock in her mouth. She knows this. She knows. She gotta know. It is what it is. It's fine. She doesn't seem jacked on her phone before. Anyway, we're moving on. Okay, we're moving on. So the girls get to the airport to meet up to go to Miami, and I have to sneeze. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, Karen reveals to us that she is 59. Happy birthday, mama. You don't look a day over 62. Robyn and Wendy shared like a decent ride to the house in Miami. I was surprised to see them girls getting along. I'm surprised Robyn didn't grab Wendy by the back of that yaki and just like, I'm real surprised that a whole fight didn't break out in that damn van and somebody had to like pull over and then call the popo on their ass and they was gonna end up on Miami Vice because Robyn done killed Wendy. I'm just really surprised because Robyn has really lost her mind when it comes to Wendy. Hopefully somebody had a talk with her about how she really looked in that scene and how it was going to translate on camera, and she decided to dial it back a little bit because, mama, you have lost your shit and we gonna need you to find it before things get real bad for you around here. Okay? Anyway, moving on. So then they get to the house and Mia gives the girls the room assignments, which I thought was a really cute scene. I'm so happy to finally have a scene with Mia in it, and she gives us something like to smile about. Like when she named the rooms after famous stripper movies and clubs or whatever, like I was really happy about that. That was really cute. Like, and it's playing on her storyline last season that she's a stripper. I like that. Like, if we can get more of that Mia, it would be great. It will be great. Now, Mia, okay. Mia, you shady as hell for sticking Candice and Wendy in that room together. You gonna put these two grown women in a nursery, in a crib together? They got to share a little small bit. Like, that's too much. That's too much. And and hopefully Charisse does go and get her own hotel room, but because Candice needs her own room. Like, that's too much. So hopefully Charisse does leave so Candice can have her own room. And if Candice does not have her own room, I already know my girl's getting a hotel. It's never given that she about to be sharing no bed with no grown ass woman. Like, girl, first of all, I'm not about to be sharing no room with a woman, because what if our menstrual cycle's done clinked up and then now I'm on my period in Miami. I got on my good white dress and it's a hot bloody scene all over the place. Like, nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. So, yeah. So now we move on to the scene where Mia is talking to Peter about reservations for the restaurant. And we get a glimpse of what's to come for next episode. Y'all, all I got to say is Mia's 12 fans better watch out, because next week, the girls who don't even like Wendy for real is all about to be on Wendy's side, because Mia, you're doing too much. Like, why are you hitting this lady? What did she say to you? Like, how could y'all even get to this place for real? Like, I need to understand how this is all about to go down. So I cannot wait till next episode. And y'all, I hope to see y'all there at next week's episode. That's all I have for y'all this weekend. This weekend. And please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, and drop some comments down below. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the things. And yeah, so what else do I have to say? Yeah, go check out my other videos. I have a video from last week that has a lot of views. And if you didn't watch that one, go and watch it. A lot of people seem to like it. So I don't know what I did there. But if they liked it, you should too. Now, go ahead and watch it. All right, y'all. Okay, see now, this is why I done dropped my glass. Toodles.